Um, sure. Um, let's talk about organ donations. And let me clear up a misconception, first of all. So many people, even those who've read Nudge, think that I endorse an opt-out solution to organ donation, meaning that this is sometimes called presumed consent. We presume you give your permission unless you opt out. I don't like that plan. The reason I don't like that plan, it is the case that almost no one opts out, so it has some appeal. The downside is that in most countries, they don't really implement the plan strictly. And so family members are presented with an extremely difficult problem. A loved one has died, often suddenly. They have no clue what the donor's wishes were. And so I prefer what I call prompted choice. And so, for example, in the state of Illinois, when you renew your driver's license, they ask you, would you like to be an organ donor? Yes or no? And I like that better because now family members know, and in fact, most states also have a law called first person consent, which means the donor's wishes count. So now the transplant team goes to the family members and say, our condolences about your loved one, but you may be comforted to know that your son or daughter wanted his or her organs to be used, and it may prolong the life of 10 other people, and they actually get no say in the matter. If they throw a complete fit, they usually win, but they usually don't. All right, so what does this have to do with Google? Driver's licenses are only one way to prompt. There is, Hal and I both have spent time writing columns for the New York Times, and I wrote one on organ donation, and it was around the time that Steve Jobs had gotten his liver transplant. And I challenged him to make it as easy to sign up to be an organ donor as it was to download an app. And a week later, there was an app. Jobs had nothing to do with it. Somebody had written it. So, okay, here's where Google comes in. Why not prompt people to be organ donors? There is an app, and you guys could create another one. Somebody here could do it in a few days. All you need is a route into each of the state. Every state has an online registry. And, have once a year, a day, an organ donation drive. And that could matter. If you want to really do it, I mentioned this last night and used the same phrase. Google the phrase immortal fans, and you will see an extremely powerful video that could be used for this organ donation drive. And if anyone in the room takes this idea up seriously, I would love to help you. Send me an email, and we'll figure out how to make it happen.